No, we're fine.
We probably could stand for another 5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Hot boots.
No, we have to really seriously look down. Bad angle, everybody. Bad angle.
Well, it's a bit muffled, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's
Anybody
a
out
sound
there?
engineer for you.
A bit of EQ, a little bit of top, take down the lower middle, a bit of bottom.
God.
So, I bet you're wondering why we brought you all here. So, right, we're meant to answer questions, but, you know, we're kind of delirious, and so anybody wants to...
Sit down, please.
The what?
If we had a chair, we would. But as you can see, they forgot to put a chair up here.
I'll take you one, Stevie.
Is this the first festival that this has been screened in, and will it be picked up by a distributor?
This is the first time it's ever been shown to more than
Ever.
me and Stevie and a few
We've
friends. So
seen it 300,000 or 400,000 times.
We are the first.
But,
this is
and we hope, you know, that's what we hope. This is the first time it's ever been seen by, you know.
An audience.
Yeah,
An
an
audience,
audience.
yeah.
And that's what we're hoping, because, you know, we didn't start out to really make a movie or a documentary. We just started out to make a record. And started out to have a lot of fun, as you can see. And as it, you know, not too many days went by before we really realized that we wanted to film it, even if at the end it was all terrible and we didn't use it. We wanted to be able to make sure that we got the moments, the magic moments, because we knew there would be some. But we had no idea that it would turn into this little film. We had no idea. So it was, you know, nothing was planned. I mean, there's no script. We just came in every day and had a great time. And then after he would go home, I would sit there with Laurie and Sharon, and we'd listen to everything, and we'd just be thrilled, you know. And it was just when I say it was the best year of my life, I'm not kidding. I made a lot of great albums, you know. I mean, you go like, yeah, well, you made Rumors, you know, and I did make Rumors, but guess what? Rumors was not fun. Darling.
Darling, sit down, darling.
And if this chair breaks when I sit down, with just my luck,
My
right?
second question is, Stevie, were you involved in the editing at all?
Yes, I was. Dave's team took it from a year, from January to December, down to 3 months. No, yeah, down to 3 months. Down to 3 hours. And then his editor, Shane, and my assistant, Karen, and I took over at that point and edited from January to June, pretty much a lot, like several days a week, and just sat, you know, at a big table in that same living room at a big table with 2 big screens. And, you know, I mean, it's hard to edit because there's so much more that we would have loved to have shown you, you know, but at the same time, you don't want to overwhelm people, you know, because sometimes it gets to a point where you're like, okay, all right, you're crossing the line now, I'm tired of this. So we didn't want it to ever come to that. And, you know, all movies can go there. So we didn't want it to ever go there. So we wanted it to be the right amount of time so that everybody would really dig it and have fun. But it wouldn't be too much. And that's hard because there's 13, 14 songs. And so, you know, we had to be careful. But I'll tell you, when you're cutting pieces out, you're just like, oh, you can't take that part out. And then you're like, are you serious? You can't take that part out. Really? And so it's hard. So, you know, and so even that, I'm sitting back there, and I'm sure you too, we're both going like, oh man, we missed that one little part that should have, you know, you start thinking about this little thing or that little thing. And I start to realize what it must be like to be a movie star and make movies, you know, and go like, I'm not going to go in the theater and watch it. Because I can't even watch it. I'm just going to sit out and eat popcorn and hope that when everybody comes out, they're happy. You can have mine.
Okay. Thanks so much. Yeah. No, particularly the jacuzzi scene. I thought.
Yeah. I wanted to see more of that.
But yeah,
It would
no.
have been good if that was it.
No, actually, you see, Stevie and I met years and years ago, before television. And we did have an inkling that something might happen. You know that you have these strange sort of feelings when you meet somebody, kind of premonitions. And then we did again years later when we met. But I didn't think it was going to turn into this huge sort of manifestation of our chaotic lives on screen for everybody to see. But then looking at it, I realized, God, we had a great time. You see, a lot of records nowadays are people in a grey room, and there's like, a song comes out and it's got like 12 words and 26 listed songwriters. And there's a lot of people very serious, desperately trying to make a hit for a singer who's just won a contest. And as you can see, this is nothing like that at all. This is a bunch of crazy people allowed to run riot in a mansion.
Beautiful.
And the thing is, you know, the work really, even though we're having fun, the work, you can see the amount of work that goes into making an album, like In Your Dreams, is, you know, serious amount of stuff. And looking at it, I was exhausted, were you? And you know, then, but at the end of it, when you listen to it back, a song like New Orleans, and everything that went into Stevie's writing of New Orleans and the emotion and everything, and you think, God, yeah, that's what it's all about. And so, hopefully you got that when you watched
Absolutely.
the New Orleans scene. That's not a normal song that Stevie's written there, you know, it's so thought about, and very clever at the end when she wants to put it on a positive twist, saying she wants to walk in the French Quarter and she wants to, you know, walk down Bourbon Street.
Yep.
And so, watching her compose and watching her think about every single word that goes onto the written page, and being there while she's trying to work out her melodies or harmonies with the girls, for me it was just simple. See, in that film there, I'm not actually, if you're clever, you spot it, I'm not actually doing anything. Which has been most of my life, you know.
You're the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, I'm just sort of suggesting that everybody goes a bit bonkers. And then, when everybody goes bonkers, I quickly try and capture it on something. And that's what happened. But fortunately, you know, working with incredibly intelligent and gifted bonkers people like Stevie helps. So I've manipulated myself into like these positions where I knock on a really amazing person's door at the beginning with my camera filming, hoping something great might happen. And it did. And that's what I think about it.
Absolutely.
Can I just say one thing, and then I'll let you have the floor? You know, the two really serious songs, I mean, they're all serious, but two really serious songs, New Orleans and Soldier's Angel. Now, Soldier's Angel I started writing it in 2000, at the end of 2005. And then I handed it out for almost 5 years, as it was, those 7 verses. And then I went to England, and that horrible thing happened, and I was able to write the 4 lines of the chorus. So, because without that horrific thing that happened in London, there would have been no chorus, and there would have never been a song, because I tried for 5 years to write the song. It never happened. So it's like, it was, I mean, that's a 5-year piece of work, that song. And that at the end, when you see that guy that we're walking away, it's my little makeup artist, Eileen, she took those 2 pictures because we just saw them in Boston. And that's the boy that's laying on the bed that is with half his head blown off. That's Vincent. And Vincent was the one when they allowed Karen to take pictures when we're in Walter Reed, because they trusted us, and they knew that we would never show those pictures to anyone. Because we're not allowed, and if you do, the government can come after you, because it's against the law to show anything, any photograph taken in Walter Reed or Bethesda. So anyway, Vincent, this boy, she and I, we would watch these pictures, and every time he would come on, I would like touch the screen like this, and I would go, he's never coming back. He's not coming back. And then just like 2 months ago, he came back. Amazing. And it's so amazing. And he came to the show in Boston. And his whole family came up on stage, and it's, I can't even tell you. I mean, it's just so, so amazing what these doctors at these hospitals are able to do. I mean, they're just stunning, the work they do. And it's like, in my heart, it's like Vincent, he's back. So some of these songs that I write, they are very, very serious. Some of them are just love songs. Some of them, the Moonlight song, it was triggered by the story of Bella and Edward, but it was also triggered by a relationship that I had that was similar in a lot of ways. And when I blended the two relationships and it became this strange song about 4 different people, we're back to the 4 people again, And anyway, I just want to say that it was hard to sit back there and watch this. When I came in here, I was just like, oh my God. I started to cry about 3 different times.
So did we.
And I thought, I guess that's what when you do something like this, that's what you want. You really want, we're not making this for us. We are making this for you because we want to bring you.
Thank you.
We want to write down what you'd want to write down. We want to write this for you. So we're going to write through your eyes, and we're going to tell stories through your eyes, because we are very, very aware as writers that you are going through the relationships that we are talking about right along with us. It's happening at this very moment to all of you here also. We understand that. So we are trying to, you're not a songwriter, we're writing the songs for you. And we're making you into songwriters, and we're making you experience your life also, and that is what a writer does. And so if this little movie does just a little bit of that, just reaches out and makes each one of you, sit at the desk with your pen and hopefully a pen and a piece of paper, a piece of beautiful stationery, and writes down what happens to you, then you're doing what we are trying to do to make you do that. So anyway, I'm done.
Thank you, Stevie.